Cool. All right. Stop yourself. Come on. This way. Mocha. How's it going? And of course, somebody's passing by with a dog, and Mocha's being a brat because she's 10 months old. I'll show you. Mocha. You see? That's a good dog. That was a good dog. That dog listens. You don't fucking listen for shit. This way. Mocha dog. This way. Oh, I got some people in here. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Joseph Sorrow. Doing another short walk. I am with the Mocha dog. And, hold on. Let me flip this over. And, of course, here I am. Once again, rocking the G4Free Molly Tactical Day Pack and the Waist Pack today. I'm really getting used to walking with this stuff. Pretty comfortable. It's not as burdensome as a sling bag. Hold on, I gotta lock my car. The Mocha is misbehaving right now, so. Ooh, ow, oh, I almost. Let me flip this over. And I almost stepped on Mocha. Why? Because she keeps going in circles. Mocha, 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 Mocha. Hey. She's absolutely crazy with all the smells at the park. There's no name for this park on the title because I gotta be honest, I've been here a few times. I still have yet to learn the name of this fucking park. I could tell you this though, this is an equestrian park. Because there is a equestrian stable, ring, or whatever you want to call it, run, horse run right there. So, yep, there are horses allowed in this park. It is by the 118 freeway in the San Fernando Valley. I used to bring my other dog here a lot. Haven't come here in a cool minute. This park, unfortunately, is not as well maintained as the other parks. So, probably would help because I see people here, but I see no comments. What kind of dog? Oh, hey, Twisted. What kind of dog is Mocha? Mocha is a part Chihuahua, part Italian Greyhound mix. At least that's what I've been told by a few people now. Never actually had her, what would you call it, genealogy professionally examined. But I've had a lot of professional dog handlers tell me that that's pretty much it. And if you look at her legs, you know, she does. Mocha, hey, sweetie. If you look at her legs, she does have those Italian Greyhound legs. She had the figure, but she's quite a fat bitch right now. And if you look at her head, she kind of has the Chihuahua head rather than the elongated Italian Greyhound snout. Let me fix that angle here. And so yeah, this is both a walking / horse trail. I don't know how good my signal will be here because I am at the top of a hill, but I am also in between two hills. And here's more evidence of it. Horse shit. Horse shit, horse shit, horse shit. Horse shit everywhere. Personally, I don't mind. Other people usually do. So, how's everybody else been today? See, I got 5 people watching. Morning, Robert. More horse shit. Come on, sweetie. Just get away from the horse shit. I have learned one thing though. Mocha does not like horses. Hey, oh, sorry. Hey, Jennifer. I was doing better earlier. I had to go re-up on some weed. I was actually wanted to do a live stream at one of my favorite stores, but it's all the way in Alhambra. It's actually a airsoft slash guns parts, not actual real guns, slash fishing store called evike.com. And their main store is in Alhambra, and I love going there because it's like a huge museum of firearms, movie props. Obviously the guns there are not real, they're airsoft props and replicas, but very, very cool place. Last few years they've been concentrating on expanding to other stuff like fishing gear and real gun parts, not so much selling the real guns. They sell a lot of tactical gear and stuff. There's a lot of MOLLE gear there, and I want to go find some small bags that I can add on to the backpack and the waist pack so that I can test the quality of the actual MOLLE straps on them. I can already tell on at least the backpack, the straps to the side. Oh, like, I'm gonna have to flip the camera a bit. The straps for the backpack that I'm currently using on the side, the MOLLE isn't to spec, not or mil spec. It's much thicker. It's much wider. I could probably use it though. I was actually thinking I could possibly use that as like a holding thing for a small rod, which I do have that 1 yard, length kayak rod with the small reel on it. I could always put that there for going fishing with the bag. I could always get a PVC pipe with a cap on it, glue one end, make sure to put a hole in it, a drain hole, so if I ever hit any water or something, water gets into it, or just make sure it's a nice watertight pipe. I could always put it there so it fits nice and snug, and I can probably keep other things in there that would be useful too. Got a lot of options, a lot of ideas. Oh, you know what? Hey, shit. Mocha, come on. Let me go back to the shade. I want to show you guys my bag setup right now. I don't have that much stuff in the bags right now. I'm actually slowly looking for things to put on into the bag. One big thing that I have to take into consideration with these bags is the concept called SAWC, size and weight constraint. This is a concept that's not new, especially it's in like the prepper and tactical community. The idea for this setup was always for me to use this backpack and waist pack to travel, or like for short travel during the day and everything, and then have my big tent, big bags and everything set up, base camp basically set up. This would be just an emergency thing. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys how I'm running this, so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what fits in here. But I'm telling you, you guys could actually fit a lot more into these. Oh, you know what, I'm doing this wrong way. Hey, you being a little attention whore right now? You're in front of my camera, young lady. Hey, out of my camera angle. Okay. All right. So here's the bag. In the top here, go ahead and open this up. Remember how I was telling you guys about a real easy to make fire starter? Cotton balls and petroleum jelly, guys. That's it. Cotton balls and petroleum jelly. A bunch of them, as much as you can stuff in the bag. That way, that's excellent fire starter. Have a multi-tool, an Ozark Trail multi-tool that I got from Walmart. I even have the flat end sticking out because I was using it earlier, not earlier today, yesterday morning. And then I have this huge fire stick that I got from Amazon. Bayit is the brand. It was, how much was this shit? 10 bucks. But if you buy 2 of them, you can get them for $14.99. It's about a 1/2 inch thick and 6 inches long. It already comes with the hole pre-drilled, and then I just added some paracord into it. So, fire, basic tool, fire starting stuff. We'll go ahead and put that back in there and close it up. I still have a little bit of more room in there for stuff. But again, I'm still looking for stuff to put in here. Main area in here has nothing, but here's what I want to show you guys. We got some MOLLE webbing in here. It's not exactly spec, but it can hold stuff in there for you. It's got a pouch in here on the inside. Hey Mary, glad you can make it to the stream. So I got plenty of stuff that I can fit in there. There's a small pouch on the inside here. So again, finding more and more stuff to put into it. But again, size and weight constraint is a very important factor here. Hey Polkatsy. Alright, now let me show you the main compartment. Again, I don't have a lot here, guys. Here, let me switch the camera angles. I have my Samsung Tab, I think 3. It's the one with the octa-core processor. I only have 16 gigs of memory, but I have a 64 gig card in there. That's a 10-inch tablet. I have my Cold Steel Tanto Light. Again, that's more for emergencies. It's not a defensive carry, but it can be. There is a back pocket in here where you can fit more stuff inside. I want to get I want to see if I can fit either, I know I can fit a 1 liter pouch, water pouch, but I want to try to see if I can fit either a 1.5 liter water pouch in there. I know a 2 liter won't fit, and a 2 liter will probably be way too heavy. Again, size and weight constraint is really important with these kind of bags. So you always got to take that into thought. Inside here, I picked up, this is, if you guys don't remember this, I talked about it, I think I talked about it in the Slab City videos I made. If not, hey Jennifer, hey Rodney, I don't think I remember saying hi to you, but I'm just going to do it again anyways. But I took this with me to Slab City. I got it for 15 bucks off of Amazon. It's a 20,000 milliamp power bank. There's the info right there. Charges max at about, has one 2 amp port, one 1 amp port, and it charges at 1 amp. So yeah, it charges slowly, but I'll admit, for the 2 days that I was at Tommy's old camp, it worked out for me. It charged both the tablet and my phone without needing to be recharged. Inside here, I have a USB micro to USB micro cord, USB card reader. Now, if you notice, this USB card reader though is meant for both either regular USB, but I've added a on-the-go USB mini port, so I can use it for either my tablet, my phone, or a regular computer. And speaking of those, here they are. You can get these on Amazon, like a bag of 5 for about $5 and change, and you can use them on regular USBs and make chargers out of old USB cables. So I decided to keep a few in there, you know, in case I ever need them. You never know. Now, the bag here in the back has a concealed area right here. So for anybody who's looking to conceal carry with a day pack, I will say that this bag is actually not such a bad idea. However, if you are considering a pack for you know, concealed carry of a firearm, I do need to warn, there is no Velcro inside here. That would be the, sorry guys, that would be the only thing I would say I would want to modify on this, is to add a big Velcro patch in the back here, because then you can get one of those universal pistol lanyards, and that'll hold it more snug. You know, obviously there's nothing in there, so clips into place, pretty solid clip. Nice bag, not that big. I mean, let me give you guys a size comparison. There's the bag, There's my foot. I wear a size 10 boot, so it's not that big of a bag. Here, another example. My everyday carry, Smith & Wesson Border Guard series knife. This is the 5-inch model. Look at the bag. Oh, damn rotation thing. Look at the bag. Not that big. There's my Cold Steel Schambach right there. Go ahead and put that back on. I don't want people to think I'm brandishing or anything like that. Not that big of a bag, so it's a great bag, but I am working with size and weight constraint. So these are the MOLLE webs. With these MOLLE webs, if you guys don't know what MOLLE is a adapting system that was been used by the military for quite a while now, over a decade, I believe. And what this allows you to do basically is there's pouches out there that you just slip on with the straps that are built into the back of the pouches. You weave them in, you clip them, and that gives you extra storage space and extra pouches. So I need to test that before I can give my final video review on this. Like I said, the ones on the sides are not to spec. However, they are pretty large. Not really, they're not elastic. But again, I could either put a fishing rod there or get a small PVC pipe that I could just fit through there and make that another space area to store items in, and then it has 2 sling points. It has the main sling, which bottom part there, top part there, and then the support. Alright, so let me go ahead and put this back on, guys. And then I'll show you guys what I have in the waist pack. Again, in the waist pack, I also don't have much. The waist pack, I want to be cautious about what I put as well. I feel this bag is very secure. I feel that the sling pack is, I'm not going to lose it. It doesn't weigh me down, but at the same time, I feel comfortable with it on me as far as security, as far as I don't feel like I'm going to lose this. If I were to roll down the hill, if I was to, say I took one of these with me on my kayak. If I fell over and I was wearing it, don't have any doubts that I wouldn't lose it. However, the waist pack is a different story. The waist pack, I only have really one main point of contact. I am a fat ass, and I just have a feeling with the waist pack I'd end up losing it faster than well, that's what I was thinking, just getting the hydration pack from inside a Camel Pack, but a small one. I know a 1 liter will fit in the day pack. I want to see if a 1.5 will. A 2 liter won't. I probably would, but it would take up a lot of space, and it would also weigh me down. And I know with the 2, that for a fact with the 2, because when I played Airsoft, I ran a chest rig setup and an H harness setup with a hydration pack, and I used to run a 2 liter. Well, I ran a 3 liter first, and then I downgraded to a 2 liter, because 3 liters of water, almost a gallon of water is a lot of water, and it's heavy. Especially because I'm playing Airsoft, and I had a replica AK, I had a replica pistol, I had replica magazines and tactical equipment and all that, so that would weigh me down. Alright, so let me get to the waist pack. Here, let me flip this back around. So here's the waist pack. It's a pretty big waist pack. I wanted it that way. There's another waist pack out there by the same company, which I know the bag as a deployment bag, and it's a small MOLLE bag that people usually attach to their waist packs. This is much bigger than that. So, got MOLLE webbing here on the sides, here at the top, area for a pouch, little area here so I could probably bunch something up. Let's say for example a sleeping mat, and probably loosen that up, just let that hang on the top so I can have quick access to it. Let's see what's inside. Okay, so I have not tried this yet, but I've seen a lot of good video reviews. I've seen a lot of good comments on it. These are the Sawyer water filters. that you see at your local Walmart that are supposed to filter up to 100,000 gallons. There's the straw. This is the actual filter itself. This is a cleaning plunger where you push clean water through it so if it ever gets clogged or anything. And it comes with a pouch for water, for squeezing it so that you can get, filter your water. I think on Walmart they're only like 20 bucks. A few bucks more, they have a bigger one, but it doesn't list how many gallons it filters. It just says it has a lifetime guarantee. Main pocket, not really much. Again, finding stuff to put in there. Thinking about putting a one of the things I'm really considering getting is another stove, a tiny stove though. I have an Esbit stove in my main survival bag. I could put that in here very easily. However, I have been tempted to look at Amazon for like some small wood fire stoves or those little tiny gas stoves. Another thing too would be an alcohol stove. I want to do that, but those you can build yourself, and I will eventually do that, and I'll have that in here anyways, just as an emergency. But there is plenty of storage space in there, you guys. Plenty of it. The top here, I have more. Hey Deborah, hey Dog Pound. I have more water filtration. I got Aquatabs right there for extra filtration. I got the instructions for that Sawyer water filter. Okay, there's more MOLLE strapping in the back. There's a Velcro area right here where you could probably store stuff. That's actually more meant for tactical gear. Let's say if you were wearing if I was going to wear body armor, the bottom parts of the body armor that have the wraparound that can go through that, or or it's going to be wearing those vests that fit ballistic plates, I can slip the cummerbund of the ballistic plate in here. It looks big enough to actually fit in there with a ballistic panel already installed in it. Open this side here. Okay. Again, looking for stuff to put in here. One thing that I'm not good at, but I figured it's something to do. Deck of cards. These were ones that I actually got at SHOT Show back in 2012. And if you don't know what SHOT Show is, a international arms expo only that is not open to the public. Because I worked at a hobby shop that sold knives and airsoft guns. Knives are considered part of the defense industry. Airsoft is considered training and simulation. So my boss, out of all his employees, took me. And these are pretty cool deck of cards. These are pretty called G&G. Shows off their replica airsoft guns, their products and all that. Really neat stuff. A really neat little deck to have. But entertainment is something that a lot of people don't touch on in survival. What do I mean by that? Okay, let's say, for example, you've built your shelter, you've got your steady supply of food, you figured everything out, you're set up in your spot. What do you do all the times you don't have anything to do? You would think in a survival situation that doesn't happen, but it actually can. Now it probably won't happen so much if you have a lot of mouths to feed, or if you have a lot of people depending on you, or if you're just really shitty at surviving. But for the most part, as long as you have common sense, you should be able to pretty much get your shit together in a certain amount of time. But then there will be those times where you're off, and the last thing you want to be doing in a survival situation, at least this is my opinion, is overthinking certain things. In a disaster situation, the more, especially one where there's been a lot of catastrophic life loss, wallowing in sorrow will probably be the worst thing you can probably do at that time. So things like keeping yourself entertained and busy will be important. And again, once you've run out of chores and shit to do, what do you do then? Yes, duct tape I do have. That's actually part of my main camping bag. That's not such a bad idea. I'd like to see if there's smaller rolls of duct tape though, because yeah, I can fit a whole roll in here, but it's gonna take up a lot of space. Yeah. Now, let me show you guys what's in this bag. But yeah, again, entertainment is important, guys. You want to keep your mind busy. You want to stimulate your head. Remember, in that big disaster, there might not be internet. Most people don't even have fucking books in their houses anymore, so. Alright, so what do I have in here? Okay, so I have these in here. Sorry about that. They're tied together so I don't lose them. These are basically yo-yo fishing reels. These can be used for a number of things. They can be used for fishing. They can be used for small game hunting, you know, to set up snares. They can be used for clotheslines. Yeah, they have a lot of good uses. So here, let me put this down. Flip this camera around and give you guys the idea how this works. There. Oh, I just fucked that up. All right. So, you got a 60-pound line on it. It's a nylon line. It's not a clear line. So I recommend, and I have them in the main bag, is I have different weight sizes of fishing line. Monofilament. I'm not gonna bother spending a shit ton of money on fancy stuff when shit hits the fan. It ain't gonna fucking matter if you have fancy stuff. What matters is if you can survive. Really, Rodney? Yeah, I was hoping I need to learn how to use them. But again, it's better to have them and not need them, and need them and not have them, right? So again, let me show you guys how this works. Here's a line. You basically pull out as much as you need, and then, if you can see, on the disc there's these little grooves, and those grooves can set this trigger right here. It's called the flat trigger. Okay, so that at the moment anything pulls on it, it pulls it back. Now, if Ronnie is right and you can pull a 10-pound cat with yo-yo, that's great, man. Honestly, that's fucking wonderful. Because a 10-pound cat can feed you for a while. And I do carry salt in my main pack. It'll fight the fish and keep them tired. You can catch really large fish with them. It works great. Pull back. Okay, now I also know, I've never tried this before, and I've never done it. From what I understand, it's a big southern thing. You can use these for jug fishing as well. And jug fishing just basically seems like you go out and recycle any big old container you can find, turn it into a giant float. You tie one of these to it. You set up a certain length of line down, and you put your bait in it. And the whole point is the jug is not going to let the fish sink. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll watch that, man. I'll definitely watch that. Yeah, I need to learn more about how to use these. I mean, I went fishing to that one park yesterday, but I don't think that would be... The park itself is not a great example of using it. This thing is... Especially since I'm trying to use it for survival. There's not a lot of places I can really think of where I can try these out that are near me. I have thought about going to Whitewater. At Whitewater, I can probably try them out. Yeah, that was my idea, at least for the survival sense. Use them as a limp line, or put snares on them. Because the mono, I don't see any reason why I couldn't use, for example, a 20-pound mono as a snare loop and one of those on it to catch a rabbit or a squirrel, on the ground. And as soon as one of those fuckers goes into it and bites it, they get a paw or their head caught in it, and it'll pull them in, or at least not let them escape. I've heard you could do that. I've never done it myself, but now in my main bag I have them. I haven't decided if I'm going to transfer them to this bag or not. I have large mouse traps for fish for trapping, basically, and that was an idea that I got from oh man, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Um, he's done some survival shows. I think he did that show Dual Survivor. Um, Dave Canterbury. There you go, Dave Canterbury. Um, the guy from Dual Survivor. I know him from the the original Jackass series and movies. He was the elderly guy who was like the animal expert for the show, you know, and he actually has a series on YouTube. He has a few YouTube channels. I think one of them is called Wilderness Outdoors or Wilderness Outdoorsman, something like that. And I think the other one is the Bushcraft Survival School. But yeah, that's where I got the idea for doing that. Alright, so I'm going to continue with my walk now that I've shown you guys the packs. So, but yeah, these packs are working out pretty good for me. I think that once I've tested out some MOLLE stuff on it, make sure that the MOLLE webbing can handle the weights, that it's not going to feel a little wonky on me. Like one thing that I do enjoy is in narrow areas, not catching onto things. That was one of the reasons that I wanted to switch over to a sling pack. Was the MOLLE bags, the regular MOLLE backpacks or the 3-day packs are great, but they enlarge your profile. And so if you got to go into a narrow space, you're going to get caught on branches. You're going to get caught on everything you possibly could. And yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm already a fat fuck as it is. I don't need to be getting caught up or tired down anymore. So I switched to a sling bag, and the other sling bag I have, the ones that you've seen in my fishing videos, I picked that one up in Texas in 2013. It still hold out. For a bag from Academy, it's still holding out. I've abused the shit out of it. It stays in my car. But I still have some issues with it. It feels kind of wonky when I do walk around. Like if I'm walking, like for example, uphill or downhill, the weight shifts awkwardly. So I just decided for my whole pack concept, have a main pack for the main camp, and then my day pack and the waist pack. Let's see. What else can I talk about? Oh yeah, Zane Green called me a troll last night. That's about the only other thing. I wouldn't call it drama, because I really don't care. But yeah, I guess if anybody wanted to know, yeah, apparently Zane thinks I'm a troll, and yeah, whatever. You can't win them all, right? Now, I have to admit something weird about Mocha. She's the first dog I've had that never pees in near a trash can. Let's see. Meh. Just a troll. Don't need to feed him. Now in the spring, this place does get interesting. There's a little dry creek here, but you know, lately we've actually been getting decent rains these last few winters up here. And when it does rain, there's actually water running through this. And surprisingly enough, and I don't know why, because I've never seen them here any other time, a lot of frogs. Get a lot of frogs. Hey, Nikki. Will you stop? Sorry, she's kind of tangling me. Right-wing Mexicans are funny. Sometimes. Well, oddly enough, there's actually quite a few comedians that are Mexican comedians that talk a lot of left-wing shit, but they are actually right-wingers. This is what people don't understand about Hollywood. There's quite a few people in Hollywood who are more right-wing than you realize. The only reason they have to keep saying left-wing nonsense is because they'd be out of jobs. Hollywood is very, you know, not racist. It's very ideological. I'll put it that way. There is a what? There is a dead frog here in the road. I'm like Cirque Solid walking my dog. Could be worse. Are they trying to eat them, Nikki? Well, you know what? I don't know. Would it be a bad thing if a dog ate a frog? I know you're not supposed to let dogs eat chocolate. You're not supposed to let them eat onions. I don't think you're supposed to let them eat mushrooms either. Let's see. Yeah, does anybody know if a dog could die from eating a frog? I wouldn't think so. Wait, Nikki, you're out there near with Cause, right? That's the same Nikki? Because if it's the same Nikki that's out there at the Cause, you got that? Yeah, no, you guys got those canals. Holy shit! The Santa Anas are coming. Yeah, the winds can get really bad here. Well, you guys aren't that far from the other canal, right? Coachella? Yeah, Coachella Canal. I have opinions. Don't have answers for everything. Like why Canadians call Canadian bacon bacon when it's not bacon, it's fucking ham. I don't have a fucking answer for that. I mean, the only answer I can think of, well, it's more of an opinion than an answer, is they're fucking stupid. You know? Canadian bacon, again, this is a public service announcement by me. Canadian bacon is not fucking bacon. It is ham. 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 No, we're not next to the canal, though it was out of place for. Maybe. Because I will admit, when I went to the canal over there at Tommy's old place, I was actually surprised to find fish. I was really surprised about that. But it's not bacon. Okay? It's not bacon. And damn it, Digger, why do you have to keep making all these accounts? Just come in your account and argue with me. You want to argue about bacon with me about this? I will gladly argue with you about bacon. Canadian bacon is not bacon. Yes, it is. It is still part of the pig, but it is not fucking bacon, all right? Bacon is the fucking belly of the pig. and it is made in a certain process. All right. Canadians don't do that fucking process. Therefore, that is not fucking bacon. All right. I saw them. I didn't know what I was looking at when I saw them. When I first got there, I didn't sleep, so around like 5 in the morning, I kept hearing bloop, bloop in the canal, over the Highline Canal, and I would look over, and then nothing would happen. But as soon as I started noticing, I would step maybe a yard or a yard and a half away, I'd start hearing it after a few seconds, bloop, bloop, and I can see the fish, or at least the top of the fish, and they were eating the fucking plants at the side of the canal. So I was a little clusterfucked. And kind of looked into it, and I don't know 100% exact, but I think those were grass carp. It would make sense of them being there, because, for example, if the water district, or the Imperial Water District, put them in there, it would be a way for them to save money on maintaining the canal, because they will basically eat up all the grass that grows, that would normally grow underwater. So it would be a maintenance thing for them, and those fish are known to like eat at the plants of the sides of lakes and shit if they don't have enough plants underwater to eat. But the water there is not that muddy either, so there's probably not a lot of them. Okay, here I am going off on a fucking tangent about fish. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, that was pretty much it, guys. I was just pretty much taking a short walk. I'm still reviewing this gear. I'm liking it a lot. I do need to find more places to go. I want to take you guys over to the old LA abandoned zoo. Well, it's not abandoned, but it's the old LA zoo. No one actually uses it. But right now, there's the Halloween event going on. Once that's all over and done and cleaned up, I'll head over there. So expect that in about maybe 2 weeks. Fishing videos, I'm kind of going to slow down on, because holidays are coming. It's kind of also one of the reasons I pushed my date to go into the slabs to January. I got nephews and siblings and shit, and I got family, and I got my kid, so I got to get them gifts and whatnot, and that is going to cost money. So, and a job might be coming up for the company I'm working for, so fortunately I might have another, might be able to pull through it this winter and have it just left over to get that trip going. Thinking maybe obviously late January will be the latest I'll go. Oh, I didn't see that damn sun. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and have a good one.